try to look into the past, what our ancestors have done. It's not just about the outer look of the house, but very importantly, why these homes were designed in this manner that suits the local climate or the geography of a place. Clients were young couples from abroad, and these people had really high regards for Mangalore traditions and culture. They also had a very special bonding to this site because they have their families around the same area. So their brief was simple. They wanted a 4-bedroom house with very naturally lit space and regular requirements like a modern kitchen, a modern living room, dining and so on. They said they wanted a house which is like Guttu Mane. So basically, if you go back to the older days, Mangalore was all about huge farmland. So we had a lot of paddy fields and coconut plantations all around. And the owners of these properties used to build their homes in center of the paddy fields. And these homes were really massive and royal, beautiful structures, and they were called as Guttu Mane. Now Guttu Mane is a term in the local language, and this means homes of prestige. So our task over here was to blend this traditional form of architecture with the modern elements. These homes were designed as per the Mangalore climatical conditions. So it has the Mangalore tiles, sloping roof, courtyards and verandas. Another important fact is that these homes followed Vastu principles. We had the road from the south. So the entire site was slightly narrow at the entrance, and then it sort of broadens up. So as soon as we enter the main gate, the first thing that you find is the parking space. So this parking space also has all the services happening in this block, and after that we have the residence. So now as per Vastu, the house was facing the east. We pushed it towards the west side, so that we have a really good front yard space on the east side, and this also gave us a direct approach to the house from the main gate. The tropical climate of Mangalore, it is all about heavy rainfalls. We have a high level of humidity, and it's almost hot throughout the year. So it was very important for us to have an air movement strategy within the house, and we did this by opening up the house as much as possible through windows, and in our case verandas. So we had pocket of verandas around the house. So one over here, we had over here, one over here, and with this we also had water bodies surrounding the house. This is the sun path, and we have the wind from the southwest. These openings really help to maintain a very comfortable temperature indoors. The first look that you sort of get of the house is this cantilevered pitch roof, the long stone walkway, the water body on the side, and all of these elements it is placed behind this backdrop of the coconut plantation. So it not only gave you a very welcoming feel, but it took one back to his roots of Guttu Mane. We also had another access to the site which was from the west side. This is how we walked the walkway and we reached the sit-out area, the light stone bridge. So the main door was a handmade teakwood door which had geometric patterns, and the frame had very detailed, intricate traditional patterns. And the complete credit goes to the carpenter who has done this. He was given a free hand in doing this frame. Now the floor plan is open floor plan, which was segregated into a public zone, and the other half being the private zone. So the public zone has a foyer area which connects to the living room and also connects to the guest bedroom. We have a staircase area, and the private area has the dining, the master bedroom and the kitchen, and between these two spaces we also have a courtyard. With all these spaces, we're surrounded with verandas. Coming to the northeast corner of the house where the living room is situated. So this living room opens out into a deck space, and this deck space also, it's made to look as if it's partially floating on water. and the corner window in the living room gives you a very extended feel towards the landscape through this deck and water body. We also have a privacy wall over here, which blocks the view of the people who are entering the house. The person in the living room could view who is at the entrance area and up till the the gate, and a person in the kitchen also could view into this main areas like the sit out and who's walking on the entrance area. And from the other end of the house, even the outdoor living also could get the glimpse of the foyer space. First floor was the replica of the ground floor. We had two bedrooms on the top, which was connected by a bridge in center. So this bridge in turn had double height spaces. One could view into the dining space from one end of the bridge, and from the other end of the bridge you could view into the entrance area, that's the foyer area. Now these bedrooms also came with walk-in closets and bathrooms. So one of the bedrooms, the client had a requirement of converting this into an entertainment space. So for the balcony, we had a beautiful printed carpet tile onto the floor, and with the Mangalore tile roof on top and the wooden pillars on the side. See, these are metal columns which was later wrapped with teak wood panels to give a look of the heavy timber column. So all of these elements really added an outdoor aesthetics for the family. This veranda on the west side sort of covers the wall, that is the outdoor wall, and thus it's protects from the harsh sunlight that we're receiving on the west side. At the same time, we also receive the fresh or the wind from the southwest side. With this, we have achieved a very good cross ventilation within the house, so it does help us to maintain a very good indoor temperature. So our clients wanted to have a very simple and subtle interiors. So we thought, why not have these functional units like the wash basin, converted into a very artistic piece which adds on to the aesthetics of the house. So that is how we designed the basin unit, which is made to look like a solid wood held by a very light brass stand. Similarly, you can see the column that is at the veranda, taking our inspiration from these Guttu homes, a traditional column. This sit-out area also, it's made to look like a light stone bridge that is, sort of floating on water. But due to the span of the bridge, the sit-out area, structurally it was not possible for us to just, have a stone that is floating, and completely cantilevered. We had concrete slab this way, the centerpiece being the polished granite, and on the corners we had a detail of the raw stone, that is basically it's a Kartla stone, it's a locally available material. For the edges, we sort of procured a cube sort of stone this way, and this was later scooped out in this manner. So you get this complete seamless finish without any joints. To enhance the entrance space, the space around the main door was cladded with basalt stone, and basalt stone also is a very good insulating material for our climate. Even in terms of furniture, we have a bench in this area, and we took our inspiration from Guttu home. So there was a very prominent furniture piece called as the Vakil bench. So we did a little modification to this bench so as to suit well for a modern come traditional sit-out space. So this entire walkthrough, it sort of gives you an experience of the local traditional materials that we've used on a very modern form like this. In case you see the roof, which is slightly different from in shape when compared to the conventional roof that we generally see. Basic idea that we have about an entrance with a Mangalore tile roof with those solid pillars. Over here, it's more about the modern elements like the structural layout that we have used for the house. Completely cantilevered Mangalore tile roof. The materials were mainly locally sourced. We have the Kartla stone that we've used on the front walkway. Then we have the basalt at the entrance, and the Mangalore tiles, and the brass elements that we've used, the wood. So we did collaborate with a lot of local vendors and a lot of craftsmen. So if you look into these Buddhu homes, these homes are more about craftsmanship. We still have a lot of vendors who depend on the old traditional way of doing things, and we really wanted to work with these kind of people. So the entire process was a very learning process that we had on site. So I would like to summarize this entire project with a very meaningful quote by architect Norman Foster. As an architect, you design for the present with an awareness of the past for a future which is essentially unknown.